Okay, so today's video actually going to share with you guys two different kind of blending technique by using those stencil. And then in my last video, I was share with you guys how to make your stencil waterproof, and then you can keep it, and then you can use as many as time you want it. And once when they are damaged, you can create a new one. So let's start with the simple one, this one first, and then we are going to have 5x7 size cardstock, and I use these recollection cardstock from Michaels. That they are not a very expensive cardstock, and they do the blending well. So I have some dye-based impact, and this is a Catherine Puller's impact. I like it. They have a lot of color, and I found out they are actually very moisture, so you can use any kind of impact. They will work just fine. You can use pigment impact too. You can use oxidized. You can use any kind of impact, and they can blending. So the pigment impact, it take a little bit longer time to dry, just to be a little bit careful with that. So in I have created over 300 YouTube video already, a lot of information. This is what I like to share with all the awesome idea with you guys. So first of all, I have this awesome laminated sheet. I use this one a lot, so you can see on my table is kind of dirty already. So just use a piece of white cardstock and use laminated sheet to laminate it, and then it's much easier to clean. Before I kind of use a scrap paper, but I think this is the way it works. Just it works great. Okay, so and then I have some scrap paper. This is scrap paper. Usually I will kind of use it before I draw in the garbage. So let's just start with the one impact, and then I'm going to use the light color, and you can see in front of me those are magic mushroom is a blending tool. And then I love that because they have a sponge, they are the sponge head instead of brushes, the hairs. So when you working on like a very detailed stencil, instead of brushing it, you tapping it, so it is much easier. But you use your favorite blending tool. Any tool work is a good tool. So I am going to just grab one of my magic mushroom, and then if you are new to this magic mushroom, make sure you visit our local King's online video library. We have a lot of video to share with you guys how to use that. They can be clean, they can be completely clean, they can blend to many different colors. Okay, so I have three different kind of cloud, right? So those one I didn't cover with the packing tape, so I just don't want to ruin it. I'm going to put on side for something else. And then this is the one that I have a packing tape, and then I have one that I didn't cover it. I can still use the other side. See, here is also have a packing tape. Okay, so the one with the packing tape that you can use again. And then I have this projector sheet card. They also works just fine too. So you use it anything you like. So that's just we try all. Let's just use one of the packing tape, and the one with the packing tape. So you just choose one of the cloud you like. So there is too many different kind of shapes. So I think I'm going to use this one, and you can rotate it. You can do this way. You can rotate. Actually, let's use the blue one. You can see better. Okay, so we kind of just do these. Okay, so we're gonna ink or magic mushroom, and I have a piece of scrap paper first here, and then we kind of just gently tapping it. In my previous video, because I was using Memento's impact, it's a little bit different. So Memento impact is the surface is a felt, and then I think Catherine Puller's impact is kind of feel like a sponge. So if it's a felt finish, you brush. It's like a sponging, you just tapping it. Okay, so you can kind of tapping on your laminated sheet, or you can kind of tapping on your paper. Always make sure you start with the lighter color first, okay, and then you add a little bit color. Okay, I think that's good enough. And then I am going to just keep my working surface clean. Okay, so I'm going to just use this cloud. You can rotate it, you can do anything you like. If you are not sure, you can holding this cloud all the way through. What you're going to do is you are going to just use a piece masking tape, kind of just secure that cloud, so that way you don't have to worry about holding it and using your magic marshing to blending. Okay, I've been showing a lot of video how to use the magic mushroom, so I'm going to just gently tapping, okay, and then drawing a little circle, because the this is a sponge finish, so it make it much easier. They can blending well, but remember you got to keep your magic mushroom moisture. If they, when you touch it, squeeze it, if they are too dry, they don't blending well. Okay, so kind of just gently feel it. You can practice a little bit before you do that. And voila, isn't that pretty? Okay, and then I think this color is actually kind of green. Let's try to use a little bit blue one. And then what I'm going to do is I just use a wet cloth, kind of wipe off my dirty magic mushroom and then dry it with wet cloth. And you can see on my sponge is very clean. They don't have any color. Again, let's try this one. So that's more like a blue. And then on your stencil, make sure you kind of wipe off with wet cloth, because we seal with the packing tape, so the color will not stay on top. Okay, and then let's do again. We can do this, or you can like rotate it, so that way they kind of change the shape, or kind of move a little bit on the right or a little bit on the left. Okay, so let's do that. Do this. Try to keep it horizontal. Okay, again, I'm going to just gently push that masking tape down, and then we are going to just gently drawing a little circle. And remember, use your two finger like holding a cigarette. Just I don't smoke. I just watch a movie. That's how you're holding your cigarette. Gently drawing a little circle. Okay, like this. Voila, that's my cloud again. And then we are going to do one more. So if you want to, you can just wipe off. Okay, and then we're going to do this. If you want to change it to a little bit darker blue, you can do that too. They all look different, so we don't need a lot, we just need a little bit. Okay, so just you can kind of just tapping it. Okay, you push hard, it becomes darker. You release the pressure, it becomes a little bit lighter. And then drawing a little circle. I wish everybody can try those magic mushrooms. It's just so easy to blend. Okay, and then I'm going to clean. That's it. Again, see, I try so hard to avoid it. Well, that's okay. We're going to cover that. I'm going to fix that. So just be careful. You know, those Catherine Puller's ink pack is really good. I like it because they have too many different kind of color. But I actually found out they are kind of moisture. They are very, very moisture. Sometimes, you know, if you don't pay attention, it actually easier to get the, you know, fingerprint and like something happen there. But that's just me. Okay, and then we are going to add a little bit tree on the bottom, because it's an air balloon, right? It kind of flying in the sky. So if you have a tree stem, you can use the tree to do that. But I'm gonna have at least a silence background. I've been using this silence background too many times, and when you do it, same thing, always try to use a light, medium, dark. And I'm going to ink my stamp like this. Okay, see, I found out it's actually very, very moisture. Just be careful, gently tapping it, because you don't really, I tap too hard. You don't want to ink the place that you don't need to. Okay, and then I'm going to just stamping this way. Okay, I'm going to just do probably 2/3. of the tree, and I'm going to just rubbing with my finger. And then that's a tree, right? I know here's the fingerprint. We're going to do something. And then I'm going to use the second color from light to the dark. And remember, the darker color we are going to use last and last. This time I'm going to use this corner. So try to, you can go a little bit up, a little bit down, doesn't matter, okay? But try to, here is your horizontal, the bottom of your tree. Here is your car. So try to make sure they are horizontal. Otherwise, your tree is going to be like a leaf. Okay, you don't want that happen. This is just some small detail part. It's better caution than sorry, right? That's my tree. And then I'm going to fix my boo here. So there you go. I'm going to clean the stem, and then I think this one is actually not dark enough. You know what? Actually, I want to have a one tree like a branches. So I'm going to looking for one stem. I will be right back. Or you can just use the same stem, but because I have a fingerprint here, I try to fix my fingerprint. Okay, I actually found out this from, oops, my Christmas ornament is full. This is early designed the tree too, and I found out this branch probably work well. So I'm going to grab the brown color. Okay, I'm going to ink my stem. And this is what I like to do is I always like to testing first before I stamping on my final project to see how it look like. That looks awesome. So I'm going to just do one more time, ink my stamp, and exactly the place that I have a boo-boo. There you go. See, I just fixed that boo-boo place. Nobody even nobody can tell that was a fingerprint over there, right? Okay, and this is the one that I have finished by using those air balloon that I create from the first part of the video, and then we did the background. And then for this part, the life is a beautiful ride. This one is I'm going to show you in my next video how can we have this life is a beautiful ride. So I'm going to just start from now, and then we are going to working on the next blending. So pretty much the same idea, and we're going to blending the next one, and then we are actually, I still have a few of my balloon here. So we're going to make a larger size card. This is a 6x6, and this is a 5.75 by 5.75, and always keep your working station clean. So I have my same card stock here ready, and then I am going to grab my stencil. I'm going to use this one. Okay, so this one is actually not really complicated. Blending is very easy. I'm going to show you, just use a different direction, but got to make sure my magic mushroom is clean. Okay, let's do this. Make sure testing a little bit. Okay, no color, and then I kind of want to have a little bit that blue. This is common bond. I think it's kind of greenish color. I want to, it's a boy. Let's see that it's a boy. It's a good color. Let's see. Just testing. Too dark. Which color did I use? That was a beautiful color. Something borrow. You definitely too dark. Let me go find the one lighter impact. You know, this it's boy should be the lighter color. Maybe my magic mushroom was dirty. Okay, I think I'm going to use this it's boy. Okay, so that's a continue or second card blending. So we're going to use this one. The one have a more different, like a bumping area. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna just holding on the corner, okay? And then if you are not sure, but I don't really think you need it, but just holding your hand, but try to be careful, okay? And then we are going to just gently tapping, not too hard. We want a very, very light color. And then when you tap, okay, just gently tap, not too much money. Once not too much power, okay, pressure, and then you tap, and then you kind of, once when you get all the color, kind of like a brush from from the least corner to that corner, like that. Okay, if you want more, you can add a little more. Just gently tap. I think it's going to be maybe a little bit hard if you want to use a brush, the brush blending tool. Okay, and I'm going to do again, and I'm going to just pick up some color and then just gently tap. That's the best part of this magic mushroom, because it's so easy, and then the coverage is awesome, and then just gently blending, holding your stencil. Okay, just gently blending. There you go. And then again, we're gonna do this part, just kind of like all four corners. Okay, very fast. Okay, and then try to brush from this direction to there, from 7 o'clock to 2 o'clock, one direction. There you go. And then again. Okay, you can draw like little circle, drawing a little circle. Okay, like this. Drawing a little circle first. Okay, and then pick up the color and then just tapping a little bit. There you go. And then once in a while, I will clean my surface and then clean my finger too. Okay, try to keep clean. Okay, and then we're going to kind of rotate, just change the direction of your guiding window, and then gently brush a little bit color. There you go, that's that corner. And then we're going to working on the middle part. The middle part we can do a little bit harder. We're kind of drawing a little circle, slowly blending the color to the right and the left. There you go. And then this part too. So that's the basic one. If you want to learn a little bit like a different complicated one, we can do that too. Leave me a comment below and I will show you. Maybe we can create something like a dark cloud. So let's grab this one. Or you want to working like a more than one color, we can definitely do that too. That's why I love these, because it's an endless creation. Look at this cloud. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so now I'm going to just clean my table here. Okay, and then these. Okay, so now I'm going to stop here. We already have a foundation, right? So I am going to leave it to the next video, because I don't want my video become too long. So the next video, actually, I'm going to share with you guys how to do this die cut. And then we also have the coloring part. I'm going to show you what is the best way to coloring this one. It's just some detail coloring. Before, when I create a video, when I doing the coloring part, I always fast forward it, and I receive too many emails. They say, Lisa, we want to see how you color step by step. So I'm going to show you how I do the coloring. So I'm going to leave that, and then we have one more video, this one too. So how did I create this kind of 3D sentiment? Okay. So that's today's video. I hope you like it. If you haven't got a chance to watch the part 1 and part 2, make sure you check it out. And I hope you like this blending technique and then have learned something new. So see you next video. So this is Lisa from Local King Rubber Stamp. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.